Lives On, hosted by Pauline Dulang.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to COVID-19, The Virus Lives On. My name is Pauline, and today I am joined by Miss Evone Cherry. How are you, Miss Cherry?
I'm great, and what about you?
I am also doing well. Thank you so much for joining us. We're about to learn a lot about COVID-19 and how we can best protect ourselves and what are some best practices that we can put into use. So are you ready to get into this conversation?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So as a licensed personal assistant and a medical aide working in healthcare, what are your current thoughts on COVID-19?
Currently, I think the community has become very lax in continuing to fight the spread of the COVID. They're not taking it serious anymore. It's like, oh yeah, whatever. But I notice in places that I go, for example, if I'm at the check yourself out, or places where they check you out, they no longer wipe the machines off or anything or whatever. And I was like, okay, so why have we stopped that? But you have disinfectants at the door to wipe your hands in the cart, but then it stops there when you're getting your groceries. So some of the workers, they get angry with me because I asked them to come and wipe the counter and the screen, or don't put my stuff there. But no, the community has become very lax.
Yeah.
That they're just walking around in a make-believe world, I guess.
That's a very keen observation of yours. Yep, yeah. I've noticed that as well in grocery stores.
And when they don't change their gloves and things like that, when we're purchasing food like Subway or something or whatever, well, they have gloves on and they're touching everything. And then they come back and they touch a sandwich.
It becomes like a lot of habits. You just go into habits and you become very lax and
because
indifferent to it.
It's redundant to keep having to have to take the gloves off and everything, but then yet it's safe. So, but that's how workers are. Yeah.
So you've been working in nursing care facilities for over 10 years, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. And are there still barriers with patient care safety in regards to COVID-19?
Well, some of the problems that we have still is that we're turning out young people that are inexperienced with handling of hazardous material. And I call it hazardous material because if we have a person quarantined in a room, so we go in at the door, we put our gown on and our gloves and everything and what have you, and then we go in. But I noticed, and it was brought up to me, that we don't put anything over our head. And then when they get rid of the gowns and the masks and everything, then the handling of that material should be different from disposing of just our regular trash.
Yes, yeah.
So I see that they're lax in that. So it's scary because here you're going to be spreading this to the guys who pick up the trash, you know, and then they go home to their families and everything and what have you. And then someone's trying to figure out, where did I get that from?
Yeah, so, exactly. And
and so the young people, they really don't know. And we just get really lax in doing what we're supposed to do.
I guess, is there any solution to that? If that's whatever that solution is it a short-term or long-term solution?
COVID is here to stay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. The only way to really kind of fight it, I would say, is you have to always be aware and remember what you touched, what did you do, wash your hands, and things of that. But if you just act and don't think, then it's going to spread.
Yeah, the best care and solution to any sickness is prevention.
Prevention. The hand washing, the wearing of the mask. If you're sick, stay home, or quarantine yourself. Don't come spread it first and then go home. That's what a lot of people do.
And then my next question, in addition to your thoughts on COVID, we're talking about prevention, why are people struggling with getting the vaccine?
I would say history has proven to our race and many races of color that we've been mistreated. Like say, for instance, the experiments that the government has done without forced experiments without telling the people what are they doing. Like you remember the time we had the sterilization in California of over 20-some thousand individuals and things of that nature, and the Tuskegee with the syphilis and all. So then our people don't forget that, and then they have a fear of, okay, here's another one of those. They're targeting us. They're trying to just get rid of us, genocide and things and stuff of that nature. So when we get people talking like that and they get to thinking like that, and then they get a little afraid.
That's difficult to see, I'm sure, from your eyes too, because there's a level of mistrust. But you, as a medical professional, you understand that this is something that will help you. But it's really hard to bridge that gap when
Right,
there's such a
because I
difficult
would
history.
recommend getting the shots, and I have my shots and my boosters. I'm
Yeah.
up to date and whatever else they decide, because I'm exposed 100% every time I walk into a healthcare facility. I'm exposed.
And then lastly, what are your recommendations on COVID to improve public safety, coming from a professional healthcare worker?
You just have to be careful.
Yeah.
You just have to be thoughtful. You just have to remember what all moves that you should make to protect yourself and your family members. So with me being a healthcare provider, the first thing I do when I come home is I shed my clothes at the door. And then I go in and I clean myself and I wash myself, and I do this little thing with my nose too. I don't know why. It's just in
Don't
mine.
miss a spot. You don't
Right.
you don't
And
miss a
so
spot.
those clothes are separated from the rest of the things. So, and then after that, I'm at home. But I keep a can of Lysol in the car. I'm always spraying the car and things and stuff like that. I keep hand wipes when I'm handling the gas pump and things of that nature. I mean, just take a moment to wipe your hands, remember what you touched, and just try to be careful.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Cherry, so much for being so brave and being on the front lines and essentially just taking care of people and helping them get the best treatment that they can. We really do appreciate that.
Yeah, I've seen healthy people. They look so healthy, yet and still they expire from COVID. And it doesn't discriminate either.
No, yeah, we had just had a guest in here as well. She was very young and she got COVID very early on. And she said it was pretty bad to her. So,
right. Yes, because it lingers. It leaves lingering
effects,
health issues. To that continues. So,
is there anything that you wanted to add that I may have missed?
Not really, but then I do want to bring attention to our seniors that have dementia. I mean, they don't understand any of that.
Oh yeah, wow, I didn't even think about that.
Right, and so then they're exposed, or either they come out of their rooms or go and they mingle with people, but they don't understand any of that. So how could you explain to someone that doesn't remember what you said 3 minutes ago, that you have COVID and you must mask up and you must wash your hand and everything? So those people, we have to really look out for them and protect them in the facility. And anyone who has parents that they have to give thought to that.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. Thank you so much for bringing your perspective here, Ms. Cherry. And hopefully the audience has learned something new and you brought a new perspective as well. This has been COVID-19, the virus lives on. Please stay tuned and look forward to our future episodes. Thank you.
This has been COVID-19, the virus that lives on, hosted by Pauline Dulang. If you'd like to leave suggestions, email us at ewcfacts@gmail.com. That's ewcfacts@gmail.com. This has been an EWC Communication production.